Hello, welcome to Shelf or Sell, where we break down our entire collection
and decide which one is going on our shelf segment and which one is going on our sell.
Yeah, what we're keeping, what we're getting rid of. Today, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to list all the games right away on the screen, and you need to let us know in the comments down below which one should stay and which one should go, because this series, this week, is Should We Even Bother? A collection of unopened games I've had in the collection for a long time, and I'm asking you genuinely, should we bother? On my side, we have Thorn Watch, Detective City of Angels, Twilight, Imperium, Clank Legacy, Dead of Winter, specifically The Long Night, but we have the whole collection downstairs, and Cosmic Encounter.
And on my side, we have Suburbia, we have Catacombs, we have Empires of the Void, and we have Wild Ascent. And right here in the middle, we have Tricarion.
So, all that being said, let's go ahead and get started with this series. Hit the subscribe button, like, and leave a comment letting us know, should we bother? Starting with one in the middle, we always have a game that's the 11th, the toss-up, the one that we are definitely going to bother with, but we're not sure if we're keeping or getting rid of. Do you know anything about Tricarion?
I don't, but I think I've heard about it. Isn't it in the top? Isn't it pretty high ranked? No.
It is not.
Never mind.
This is going to be coming from Mind Clash Games, though, which is the creators of Suburbia.
Right. Okay, it is definitely staying. I love Mind Clash Games, and so we're definitely giving this a shot. No
This
questions
is going to
about
be a beast to digest, though.
Yeah.
I've heard massive things about Tricarion. And
Positive
honestly,
or negative?
Both. I've heard
Okay.
it's an amazing experience, but the rulebook and the amount it takes to get it to the table is really hefty. Not
What's
unlike
the play
a lot
best
of their
at?
games. I'm not sure. I haven't checked.
If it plays good at 2 players, I am willing to give it a shot. But if it needs more players and we're going to have to keep getting people integrated, that's hard.
Yeah, that creates an interesting question. If you've played Tricarion before, do you have any tips or tricks or good, helpful
great.
BGG threads that walk us into it? Let us know, because this is one we are bothering with, but maybe a little apprehensively. Okay, let's swing into the main collection. So, Shira doesn't know the majority of these. These come from my collection. You've played some of them.
I've played some of them, and some of them I have very strong opinions about
And
that are staying
I'm-
or leaving.
That's fair. I'm interested, as I talk about the games, to hear you join the audience in letting me know if it's one that we should keep or should go. We're going to separate them. We're going to separate them and see if we can break it down to 5 to 5
Okay.
that we're going to bother with and not going to bother with, depending also on what the audience says. We'll start with Cosmic Encounter. We both have played.
We're not bothering with.
I actually at one point owned everything for it and basically gave it away in my first attempt to sell things on the
You failed.
I failed horribly. I still have a unopened core box of Cosmic Encounter.
And we are getting rid of it. It is not
No
staying.
question.
No
We're not even going to open it
question.
and try to give it another
It
swing.
requires such a high player count and is just really annoying. I like Moonrakers a lot better.
They're not comparable to start with.
Teamwork.
It is
Going on missions.
It is a messy game full of broken factions that Shut Up and Sit Down absolutely adore. It's one of the reasons I actually purchased it to begin with. It is one of those games where you're doing your very best to wage war on other planets and distribute your forces across the galaxy, all the while managing and partaking in weird factions that twist the rules of the game and expansions that add
There's like
hundreds
one faction that has to break the rule
of
every
different
single time.
ways to play.
It's so annoying.
I can understand why people think it's lovely, but apparently we're not even bothering.
Was that your opinion as well?
I want to like the game.
Okay. But you don't, so it's going places.
But I don't.
Dead of Winter we are keeping.
Oh, interesting. Why are you swinging so hard on the fence? Do you even know about this game?
No, but it has the word winter. It's one of my favorite seasons, and it sounds interesting.
Reasonable approach for staking with her. Dead of Winter is going to be a cooperative experience with one of the most notable hidden traitor systems in a board game. It's one of the things that people love about it and also hate
I
about
like the
it.
hidden traitor mechanic. I have played stuff of Legends that has it sometimes in it, and I want to see more games that have it. So
Interesting. So
I
this
definitely
is
want
one-
to try it. I'm not sure if it's for sure staying, but I want to try it. And if this has the best hidden traitor mechanic,
Not the best, but one of the most notable.
then I want to give it a shot.
Interesting. Now, it is going to require higher player counts to function well. Okay. So, apparently, Dead of Winter is going to swing over onto our... We'll bother.
For a bit.
Shelf. Good, because this is actually one that I want to bother with. I don't know that I'll like it, though.
I don't either know I'll like it, but I do want to bother with it. It's a To me, it's a classic. It has a classic mechanic that I want to try.
Cool.
Wild Ascent.
Wild Ascent. You haven't played this. I've played this with Sender. This is going to be a giant kind of beast hunting game, right? Sort of similar to Kingdom Death.
Cooperative or competitive?
It is cooperative. You're in this gladiatorial arena. One of the cool things about Wild Ascent is you're actually going to be able to capture the creatures that you're fighting. So you can do a little bit of a pressure luck system where you hold them down and rope them up.
Pass.
No, not interested?
No, we have Kingdom Death, and we have so much to get through for Kingdom Death. If this is competing in that same genre, then no.
It is competing on the same corner. I think there's some notable things about it. I still want to open this up and play it, but the thing that makes me hesitant is it's competing in the same space. And I don't find fighting multiple creatures quite as interesting as fighting a single one. Mm-hmm. Along with that, the next iteration of this, I actually enjoyed more than I enjoyed this.
Okay.
So there's another version coming.
Okay, so let's stick with the next one.
All right, we're adding that. That is 2 on the side of
Bye-bye.
Thorn Watch.
I have not heard
Thorn
of
Watch
this.
by Lone Shark Games. This is going to be the Eriewood Adventures. This game basically allows you to play with a DM, so a dungeon master, someone running and rolling the game. It's a cooperative game playing against a leader, and the leader is playing through a comic book story, which I thought was such a cool... I love storytelling games.
Of course you do.
I picked this up and the expansion about 1.5 years ago when I played it with a friend for the very first time. I thought the artwork, the graphics, the approach of the game, the way you're running it as like an RPG almost adventure through a storybook. You can see the artwork here showing you like all the visuals.
Artwork.
It is. I think it's going to be an amazing game that I really enjoy. That being said, the first experience was a little bit less than par. I didn't love the first encounter, and it's such a conditional experience to play it because you need a DM that runs it and you need a group to play it. I have not opened it, so are we gonna bother?
No.
No.
We have not dived into any RPG games. You have such a passion for RPG games.
I love them.
And if you can get one up on the channel successful, I will let you continue to dive in. But get me through Humblewood, and then we can talk about it.
This is an RPG. This is board game adjacent RPG.
No.
You're the third one on your list?
Yes.
You're running out of room.
There's no rules here.
5-5.
No.
5-5.
No.
All right, someone in the comment section, please, please,
this one is staying.
Save me. Why is this one staying?
I like it. You're building cities. It's fun.
Have you played Suburbia?
Yes, you have a tower in the middle.
Played?
I have played.
Do you have a tower in the middle?
I'm pretty sure. And you have these little tokens little hexagons. There's no great picture here, but I'm pretty sure I have played this game. Let me know if I'm correct. I can check my app. Should I bother checking my app?
Yeah, do it. I have no idea what Suburbia is. All I know is that when I first got into board games, a Kickstarter ran with $100+ pledge where you could get everything for the collector's edition of Suburbia. And guess what I did? I got everything for the collector's edition of Suburbia.
Collector's edition.
Yep, that's the one I have.
I mean, granted, I basically lost because I scored 65.
But you liked it.
But I liked it.
Oh.
Yes.
So this one is locking into our keep?
No, it is locking into where
we'll
we give
bother.
it a we'll bother and give it a shot. I mean, I'm looking at my choices here, and I don't have much to go with.
I'm actually
There's already couple more that are going places.
I'm very compelled because we're bothering. That means we now have to do an unboxing video. I just haven't. So here's a weird thing about me.
I enjoyed it, and I think Alex still has his copy, and it has withstood the test of time.
Maybe we bother with his copy instead of mine.
Let's double check. But I played it with Alex and Rena and a lot of other members of our board game group, and it was enjoyable and it was memorable. There's a stack of tiles. It reminds me actually of Rolling Heights.
I don't know.
The game that we roll meeples to build cities. Yeah, Rolling Heights.
Which is lovely. No one knows about that game yet.
No one knows about it because
January.
Yes.
We'll tell you about it then.
But
yes,
the concept of building cities, I compared it to this.
So, fun fact about Quackalope, I don't open games. I have no desire to open games.
No, he has so many in-shrink games.
Because here's the thing. I like games a lot, but unless I'm about to get them to the table, I don't want to open them. I don't want to punch, I don't want to sort, I don't want to detox through them, I don't want the game to spill out all over the place, and once we started doing content, I don't know if I want to get more information on the game, play it some other way, and do an unboxing video. So, like, this has been in my collection for going on 3 years.
Well, it's staying for now.
Right? Like, I think it came out maybe early on into Quackalope.
Yeah, and you have the collector's edition, which will be really fun.
I have everything. I pledged for fun. Everything. Again,
so much stuff in it.
Pinned onto the back of it. I have everything they offered. And I didn't open it because I keep telling myself I'm going to learn about Suburbia and then I'm going to do an epic unboxing video.
I'll learn about it for you.
That no one will care about because it doesn't exist anymore. It's not a thing that's still here. This is going on to the bother shit side.
Yep.
Okay. Detective. City of Angels.
Meh.
Why? What are you doing?
I don't like detectives. I don't like detective games. I don't like the detective genre.
What?
I don't like detectives.
This game is going to be one of the most remarkable gaming experiences I've ever had. This is going to be another... Listen for a second before you judge so harshly. Because there's other ones you might want to get rid of.
Oh, I'm content with all of the choices I've made. There's one more I want to get rid of and 3 more I want to keep. So I'm done.
Either way,
this
Detective.
Is my 4th I'm getting rid of.
No, Detective City of Angels is going to be a game where there is one person running the DM and there's going to be a group of detectives. Usually, I think it pays best at 4, with 3 detectives, 1 person running the DM. The innovative thing about this game is every time you're solving a new murder mystery or a new case, and you can ask the game questions.
I don't like solving mysteries. I don't like mystery movies. I don't like solving mysteries.
You can
never liked Clue.
Let me tell the audience then, if you don't like it, they've already... You can go to the DM and you can ask about the bloody knife at a different location. You can ask about a person that you met. You can ask basically all the organic questions you'd be able to ask in an actual detective series, and they'll give you answers because the book has every item premeditated and the answers, the responses you give premeditated into the game system so that everything makes sense and everything gives you a little bit of insight, a little clue, a little twist. It's the best detective game I've played so far.
Are you done?
Save me on this one, people. Get rid of something else. Save me on this one. Get rid of Twilight Imperium. We can get rid of... I've already gotten rid of Twilight Imperium once in my life.
This is such an epic experience.
You've never played it.
I have never played it, and I want to give it a shot. Plus, we have to give it a shot because it's on the top 100.
It is. We don't have to play our copy on the top 100. Though, why do we need to own Twilight Imperium? It's obnoxious, requires so many players, is a beast to learn, and takes 8 hours to play. Do you think we're ever tabling this?
Yes. You like having game days with our new game group.
Whoever we're tabling with is going to own a copy of it already. Are you kidding me?
So we can bring them a present and give them a new one. It's the 4th edition.
It's funny that you mentioned that. That's literally what I did the very first time I ever played this. I had a friend take the time, he borrowed my copy, opened it up, took the time to learn it, brought it over, taught me, and I left him with my copy and the player mat because I didn't think I'd ever get it to the table again. And then a year later... Look what arrived back at my door because I needed to play it again.
I'm just looking at the options on the table, and this one is staying.
All right, I hear it is an amazing game. It's just obnoxious.
Stay.
Why?
Because Ryan Lockett.
That's
I don't have to say anything more.
I guess that's a fair answer.
It's also the space theme, and Ryan Lockett's like one of my favorite artists in the game.
I don't know. Oh, another one of these cases where...
Thank you, everyone, for letting us know.
That one individual that keeps consistently watching and commenting on this. Don't worry, I didn't think you were calling us out. I thought it was charming. And I saw your second comment, for the record. I do read them.
See, but this one, actually, the back of it is actually right side up. Most of the time, we're going by the back, and...
I read all the comments, especially you that are mean to me. And
it
then
is so pretty
live
on
with
the back
them
here.
For an extended period of time.
I want to play it.
It's very hurtful. Either way, Empires of the Void, I don't actually know much about this game except that it is a Ryan Lockett game. We are obsessed with Ryan Lockett. We like so many of his games.
And we're going to unbox it on the channel.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
Okay, let me, your species has traveled for years in a massive warship, fleeing from a cruel and unstoppable alien empire. Now, in the distant fringe of the galaxy, you must compete to establish a foothold and grow in strength, preparing for the time when the invaders find you again. Empires of the Void 2 tells a story about 8 fringe planets and the species that live on them, through unique events and action cards. The events in this I've heard are really cool.
Empires of the Void 2, is there an Empires of the Void 1?
This is a reprint. I think it's the 2nd edition. You'll find the ancient ruins, stop planetary wars, transport desperate leaders to distant locals, and rescue worlds from immediate invasion. Will you choose to conquer or befriend the aliens you encounter? Your aliens will give you powerful abilities and unique characters that you can recruit. Cool.
Unique powers and abilities is all I heard. Catacombs, this one's staying.
Staying?
Yes, because I don't have a choice, because the next one is leaving.
Leaving?
Yes.
I thought it was opposite.
No. I don't know anything about this game, but I know so much about that game, therefore this one is staying.
We're going to switch our opinion on these last two. Watch. Let me tell you about Catacombs.
Okay.
Catacombs is going to be an RPG-based dexterity flicking game, where you're playing through, yes, the back of the box, where you're playing through a dynamic wooden flicking system, trying to bounce discs.
I don't like.
Trying to bounce discs off of variety pillars and obstacles that you have on the game board in order to hit, damage, and knock out the big bad beast. It could be a...
Trade you. Wildest thing can stay. These both can go. I changed my mind.
That's not how this works.
We can have
That's not how this works. Let it go.
No, we can have competition.
Let it go. At this
want...
point, the audience has to rescue you because you've buried your own grave.
I don't want Catacombs.
Catacombs is going to be another game that I got.
Do you want another Dodos Riding Dinos?
This is going to be another game that I backed because the Giant Pledge came out that I still have convinced myself I'm going to unbox and open, but I actually got a small box version of it. I forget, like Catacombs and Crypts or something like that. And I didn't love the experience enough to dig into this yet, so I've just had it. It's just lived here. Should we bother? Should we bother, audience? Tell me now, or else suffer the fate. You're keeping this?
No.
You're keeping this?
No.
You have to choose one.
I chose Wild Descent.
Clank Acquisitions Incorporated. Why are you so... We were talking about actually playing through this together.
We were.
Why are you committed to getting rid of it now? I thought for sure it was going to be on the stay. I like Clank quite a lot. A great deck building system. This is a legacy version of that game. I have the expansions downstairs.
I don't mind going through the regular Clank, which I believe the...
We're going to have to.
I don't think the legacy is on the top 100.
It's not. The regular one is, though.
The regular one is, and I don't mind going through the regular one. I think the game experience is wonderful. I think the legacy version was very, very fiddly. Okay. I have gone through at least 4 or 5 episodes of it with my game group, and there were so many stickers and so much referencing that you had to do. My first legacy experience was Charterstone. Charterstone was beautiful. Oh my goodness. It was such an easy experience to go through. The game went quickly and it was enjoyable. And then we jumped into Pandemic Legacy, and I believe we jumped into Season 2 first. And that tanked the legacy experience all the way down because there was no way to win and defeat the disease that was rampant across the world. And then we jumped into Clank. And I had high hopes for Clank. I liked it. But also it was too easy. I was bored. And so those are my feedback on the legacy version. I don't mind going into the real version with you. But the legacy version, maybe, I don't think it does best at 2 players.
Sure. Interesting. So let us know, how close were your predictions to our final layout, to what Shira has decided we're going to bother with? Because we don't probably have time to bother with them all. No. I'm going to be honest. There are some that will never get played and will get trashed. However, we want to dive into some of these still.
Some of them. And some of them I didn't know
have
what
we
I
made,
was making
or are
my
we
decision
about to make an egregious error?
Yes.
Or did the 5 out of 5 divide actually work out in your favor? Let us know. Whatever the case, whatever you do.
Remember to do the important thing.
Get out and play some games.
We'll see you next time.
Thank you.